Lizhi stock analysis. Okay, guys, so this video we're going to talk about probably the most popular stock for Thursday, December the 3rd's trading session. So Lizhi led all stocks on the U.S. exchange in terms of volume. So I could just check the volume here. I just simply go to bar chart, and as you can see here, with over 229 million shares traded. So this stock actually led NEO in volume, which is miraculous. So anytime I see a stock like this shoot up on massive volume, we want to kind of take a look and see exactly what's going on. So there was a huge deal announced by Lizhi. As you can see, the company partnered with Xpeng to basically put a lot of their podcasting content inside Xpeng XPEV, that's a ticker symbol, in their cars. So let's take a look at that deal, and then we're going to do a complete deep dive into this company, go over whether it's using okay, and then we're going to do a complete deep dive in this company. We're going to check out its latest quarterly report. We're going to take a look to see if it passes PCAOB accounting standards, and we're going to also do some technical analysis. I'm going to give you guys a future price target. So let's get right into it. So here's the news release. So first, let's quickly go over that news that I was talking about. So as you can see here, it says Lizhi enters an in-car audio collaboration with Xpeng Motors. So that's also the long firm is Xpeng. So as you can see here, it says Lizhi, a leading online user-generated content audio community interactive entertainment platform in China, today announces cooperation with Xpeng Motors, a leading Chinese smart electric vehicle company, to integrate Lizhi's in-car audio content product into Xpeng Motors in-car intelligent operating system. The product has been launched in this week. So there really isn't any details on kind of what type of revenue that Lizhi is going to generate from this deal, but this is a good partnership because this company is the second largest user generated audio company in China, and the fact that Xpeng car owners will be able to listen to their content, that's good for distribution, because companies like this are going to be generating the majority of their revenue through distribution. So as you can see here, it says the founder, and it is a founder run company, so that's another big check mark. Founder led companies usually perform better over the long run. So it says, we are excited to establish the cooperation with Xpeng Motors, which is aimed to deliver better mobility experience for Xpeng smart EV users. We believe this will strengthen our competitiveness in the in-car audio services space. As of September 30th, 2020, there have been over 234 million podcasts uploaded to our platforms. That's awesome. Good news. We will exploit this immense content base to heighten the creation of sought after content in categories as to deliver premium content to users in different living scenarios through our AI empowered content distribution solutions. We are confident that our key strengths built on the advanced audio technologies, our AI enabled content recommendation and distribution systems, massive content portfolio will add value to Xpeng smart EV users. So guys, that's excellent news here. So now what we want to see is this company even safe to invest in? So if you guys aren't aware, the House recently passed a bill that they approved it, so that said that all companies, Chinese companies, will have to use PCAOB approved accountants, or they could be risk being delisted in the next 3 years. So that bill was actually originated by the Senate, and then it was approved by the House, and President Trump is supposed to sign it. So let's take a look at to see which auditing firm Lizhi uses to see if this company will even be maybe delisted in the future. So all we have to do is head over to Investor FAQs, and we can see that they use PricewaterhouseCoopers Zhangqian LLP. Well, kind of coincidence, this is the exact same auditor that NEO uses. So if we take a look here, we head over to the PCAOB website, we can see that this auditor is currently registered with the PCAOB. So that means that this company is using a PCAOB, a Public Company Accounting Oversight Board approved auditor. So that's a good sign. I doubt that this company will become delisted. So that makes it a check mark. That makes it very safe to invest, if you guys are wondering. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dig a little bit into their latest quarterly report and then talk a little bit more about the company to give you guys my technical analysis and my price target. So we just head over to the latest investor presentation. Like I said, you guys can find this information. It was a little bit difficult to find the website. I was kind of searching for a bit, but the website for this company is ir.lizhi.fm. So you guys can check this out on your own if you're interested. So as you can see here, we're looking at the investor presentation. So let's go over the company a bit. So this is the largest online user-generated content audio community in China. So this kind of makes me think that this is a little bit similar to Spotify. Now, it doesn't really say that it has a lot of, like music and stuff like that, mainstream music like Spotify, but Spotify has a huge podcasting segment, and they recently basically lured Joe Rogan over to the platform. So Spotify definitely makes a lot of money with podcasting, and this is what looks like Lizhi. That looks like what their bread and butter is as well. So they're the largest interactive audio entertainment platform in China and the second largest online audio platform in China. So they've had around 234 million podcasts uploaded, and they have a huge community. So looking at their monthly active users, that's usually the number that you're going to see with most of these like apps and internet companies. You want to see how many people are using the apps. So they have 56 million total monthly active users. So that's really good sign. And as we can see here, the company is generating substantial revenue. So of course that number is in renminbi. I'm going to give you guys the USD number, but let's just take a little bit more look at their products. Now, the thing about this is that I've seen a lot of these ADRs have become really, really popular, and China itself is using American IPOs through ADRs, American Deposit Receipts, to generate a lot of revenue. So this is a really lucrative business, and you're going to see a lot more Chinese companies, I think, come into the fray in the future. So this could be just the beginning of a boom. Obviously China's second largest economy in the world, and there is a lot of people, the largest population, well over 1 billion. So I'm not surprised to see some of these ADRs that are the most traded stocks on US exchanges. I think that trend's going to continue in the future. And I think that this bill that, most likely Trump will sign this bill. I think that this bill is going to kind of put a lot of investors at ease, because if you're really not using those PCAOB approved auditors, your company is not going to be on the US exchanges. So that's going to do a lot of good in the long run. So as we can see here, we take a look. Basically, here's a breakdown of. So as we can see here, here's a breakdown. So they have currently around 6 million active creators on the platform. And like I said, China is a huge population. So 6 million out of, over 1 billion population. This number is definitely going to increase in the future. It looks like they have all different types of content. So the largest user-generated audio content community in China. So it's kind of funny because, you're watching this video probably on YouTube. If you guys aren't watching it like on embed, but assuming you're on YouTube's app or youtube.com while you're watching this video, YouTube is a user-generated community. So, a lot of these companies, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, all of these communities are user-generated, and these communities are some of the most valuable companies in the world. So user-generated content is definitely a big money maker. Once you got people uploading content to your platform, you can monetize it and things like that. So if we take a look here, some of the more things, as you can see here, some of the more value propositions. I'm just, obviously guys, you can see they're basically just creating content. So I'm gonna get down to those numbers so the video doesn't go as long, but you guys can always check this stuff out on your own. So as we can see here, let's take a look at those revenue numbers. So revenue has basically been, pretty flat as of late, but this whole distribution deal should really help. And the company has just over 448,000 active monthly paying users, but that's good because the number's up 17% year over year, and active users is increasing. This number will substantially increase with the partnership with Xpeng. And the good thing about this company is that they've actually swung to a positive profit. So as you can see here, in Q3 2029, they were losing quite a bit, and they finally turned a profit. So that's a great sign for this company. Obviously, you want to invest in stocks that are generating revenue and not losing money. So if we take a look at some of their numbers, this looks like this was the first quarter that they posted a profit. So now let's head over to the latest quarterly report and give you guys a better breakdown of those numbers. Okay, so once again, I got this information at the same website. So like I said, this is better because it's going to explain, convert those numbers in US dollars, because, you know, but it believes, like, looking kind of a quick eyeball, it looks like you've got the exchange rate is about 7 to 1, so $1 is worth around 7 RMB. So as you can see here, net revenues were 53.2 million in Q3, a 10% increase, and active users was up 10%, and overall paying users was up 17%. Okay, so here we are in the latest quarterly report. So this is much better because it gives the US numbers. So as you can see here, net revenue was 53.2 million. That was a 10% increase. Monthly active users was up 21%, 56.2 million. And monthly paying users was up 17% to 448.3 thousand. So like I said here, all good numbers across the board. And what we're looking, okay, so as you can see here, it says that the company lost just under $1 million in Q3. So those losses are substantially less, so narrowed down by 87%, which is much better. And it looks like that this company is a lot closer to actually generating a profit. So as you can see here, you know, diluted losses, basic losses per ADS was just under 2 cents a share. So like I said, these ADSs, the American Depository Receipts, so one American Depository Receipt represents 20 ordinary shares and Lizhi. So just remember that, you know, obviously, you know, this is a Chinese company, so when you own an ADR, that's going to basically represent around 20 times as many as an ordinary share. So it's a little complicated when you're dealing with these companies because it's not, you know, American based, it's a foreign company. So but just remember that, you know, as long as they're using the PCAOB accredited accounting firm, these numbers should be pretty legit. And as you can see here, they're holding around 51 million in cash. So the company has basically said that since various measures that the Chinese government implemented to constrain the pandemic outbreak have been relaxed, many aspects of daily life in China gradually return to normal routine. The extent to which the pandemic impacts the company's operation beyond the third quarter 2020 depend on the future developments of the pandemic in China across the globe. So it just looks like they're not really giving, you know, guidance for next year but apparently things have rebounded quite fast in China. So that seems like a good sign. So now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some technical analysis and give you guys my future price target. Okay, guys, so I think it's really important to kind of back up for a second to give you guys a bird's eye view of what's been going on with this stock. So this stock IPO'd in January at around $11 per share. So just to give you guys an idea on the performance, the stock had been down almost 80% until that positive news. So now it's still down around 56% year to date. So what does this mean? Well, when looking at companies like this, I've seen this kind of stock chart pattern before. I saw it with Snap, I saw it with Uber, and basically what happens is this: when the company goes public, it gets oversold quite a bit, and then, you know, there's some positive developments and things like that, and then buyers come back into the stock, and it could potentially pass $11 and shoot much higher. So that's exactly what I saw with kind of the Snap chart. Basically, it just got sold off like crazy, and then, you know, they were losing a ton of money, and then they started making money, and then everything, kind of the whole perception changed. So everybody that was scared of the company started to buy up the stock. So, you know, I think it's really too early to tell exactly if that will be the same chart pattern, but it kind of looks like it. So I was taking a look at those numbers, and you guys saw on the video as we saw. So let's just go back here to those physical graphs so you can kind of take a look. And I'm just kind of looking at this. What I'm looking at is these numbers right here. So as you can see here, the company is slowly shifting towards profitability, and margins are improving. So obviously just slightly a positive net margin, but much better than it was last year. So, you know, if these margins continue to change and this new partnership really helps them generate more money, then we could see a climb in stock price. Now, right now, the company is just around 200 million in market cap. Very small company, but it is the largest user-generated audio platform in China. And the fact that Xpeng wants to put their content in their cars, that means that's definitely a sign of good quality. So there could be some upside here, and it is approved by the PCAOB. They're using PricewaterhouseCoopers accounting firm. So I think that there's definitely some opportunity here. Now, I'm not exactly sure how fast the stock is going to run up, but the fact that they have only 56 million users in a country full of billions of people, there's a lot of upside, obviously, and more people using the platform. So, I would say, at $200 million, the company's generating around 53 million. Let's go back here generating around $53 million in revenue. Okay, so if we take a look at this revenue, as we can see, revenue has been pretty flat over the last couple of quarters. And, looking at this number, 53 million, if we to kind of just extrapolate that over 4 quarters, that means this company is making around 200 million a year in revenue, yet the market cap is 200 million. So that would put this stock at like a price to sales ratio of 1, which would make it pretty cheap. So looking from that standpoint, it just looks like that this stock is grossly undervalued, actually, and it's like 50% on sale, because remember, it went IPO at $11. So I think obviously, this is a good investment. I think obviously it's not going to grow probably as fast as NIO or Xpeng or Li Auto will, but this company could be something in the future. I like the kind of the trajectory that it's headed into, and I like this partnership. So I think it's pretty undervalued. So if we were to use a conservative price to sales ratio, let's use one as 10. That means this company's generating around 200 million a year, which would put it at basically a potential market cap of 2 billion, which means that there's potential 10x upside on this stock, which means that it's currently trading at around $4 or so, which means it could be potentially a $40 to $50 stock. And I'm going to give you guys kind of my personal input on this stock that doesn't have anything to do with technical analysis or financials, the shortness of the name. So I don't talk about this a lot on this channel because most companies don't really apply this, but there seems to be something magical about companies with short names, particularly companies with 5 letters. So just to give you guys quick examples, obviously we have Xpeng, which is 5 letters. Tesla is 5 letters. Apple is 5 letters. So Lizhi is 5 letters. So if you guys look around at most big companies, they're short, right? Amazon, YouTube, Google. Usually these companies, the brand isn't more than like 5, 6, 7 characters. So Lizhi definitely checks off that box. Very short and very easy to remember and very easy to spell. So I think this company basically has a lot of growth. I would say a future price target would be based on the revenue it's generating this new partnership, probably looking at a $40 to $50 stock, perhaps in a year's time. And this could be like the next big opportunity, I think, in Chinese stocks in general. I think, obviously I talked to you guys about NIO at $5, and if you guys missed that run up, this could be another opportunity. I really like this company now. It just looks like checks off all the boxes, and it looks like a pretty safe long-term investment. So I'm not saying to go out there, obviously, and just put all your money in this company. Please do your due diligence, and you should probably never put more than 10-20% of your money in any stock. Like me, I don't put more than 20% of my money in any stock. And there's always a risk when investing in foreign companies and things like that. But guys, I think there's a lot of upside, and I'm definitely going to be buying some shares this week. So guys, to wrap things up, future price target is around $40 to $50 per share based on the price to sales ratio. And this company seems like it's moving towards profitability. So we'll see how things go. If you guys enjoyed my content, please smash the like button and hit that red subscribe button as well to get future updates. And if you guys want to know which stocks I'm watching every day, you guys can subscribe to my Substack, which is my daily stock watch list. I post around 5 to 10 stocks that I'm watching every Monday through Friday. Just click the link in the description box below, or you can go to investortrip.com/newsletter. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.